Let's talk about the ache of being unseen, not by strangers, but by your own house. You're trying to walk right, trying to obey, trying to live surrendered, and instead of celebration, you get side eyes, slight judgment, or worse, complete dismissal. Not because you're doing anything wrong, but because they can't unsee who you were. They don't clap for the new you because they're still holding on to the old you, the old version of who you were. And that cuts deep, especially when it's your own kids, your family, your day ones. But hear this, you're not crazy. You're not alone. Jesus himself dealt with this. This teaching point comes from Mark 6, verses 1 through 4. Jesus returns to his hometown. The people are amazed at his wisdom and the miracles he's doing. But it doesn't last long. They say, "Wait, isn't that Mary's son, the carpenter? The brother of James?" And they were offended by him. Not because he did anything wrong, but because they couldn't accept that someone from them could carry something greater than them. They couldn't honor the oil because they were familiar with the face. And it says this, he couldn't do no mighty works there except lay hands on a few sick people and heal them. He didn't lose his power, but their unbelief shut the door. What it feels like, you've been growing, you've been surrendering, you've been doing the hard work to heal, and you just want your circle to see it. You want your kids to say, "I'm proud of you, Mama." You want your family to say, "We see the change." But instead, it feels like you're standing in front of a crowd that's squinting at your light. Not cheering, just watching. They still see the you that used to people please, the you that doubted herself, the you that carried everything silently. And now that you're walking in your assignment, they don't know how to respond. I have a little poem for you. It's called "Even If They Don't See Me." They knew my struggle, but not my strength. They saw my patterns, but not my prayers. They witnessed my silence, but not the surrender. So now that I speak, they say it's too loud. Now that I walk, they say I changed. But the truth is, I didn't change. I returned to who I was before the world rewrote me. Here's a personal heart-to-heart. This message, it's for the mama who's been giving God her everything, but her children don't feel it. They say you're doing too much. They roll their eyes when you talk about faith. And it hurts because you're trying to show them what freedom looks like. You're trying to be proof that God restores. But here's what I need you to know. They're not rejecting you. They're resisting the mirror. Because your light, it exposes the places they're still hiding in. Don't dim it. Don't downplay it. Don't delay your obedience to make others comfortable. You are still chosen. When God calls you, He's not asking for a vote. He's not polling your neighborhood. He's not checking in with your children first. He called you, period. And just because they don't say amen doesn't mean heaven didn't agree with you already. You are still sent, even if they stay seated. You are still chosen, even if they don't cheer. Do you remember David and his brothers in 1 Samuel 16? Even David, when Samuel came to anoint the next king, he wasn't even invited to the lineup. His own family didn't even invite him. His own father didn't think he was qualified. But God said, man looks at the outward appearance, but I look at the heart. So God passed over every brother and told Samuel, go get David, the one in the field. Why? Because God doesn't need the house to agree. He just needs the oil to be ready. And here's some questions that you can ask yourself. Who are you still waiting on for approval? Are you holding your obedience hostage, waiting on their support? What might God be trying to do through you, even in the silence? Stop defeating and dimming down your own purpose to fit inside their memory. Stop asking people to clap for something they weren't called to carry. Walk, even if they don't understand. Speak, even if they don't respond. Trust, even if they don't see it, because God does. Here's the final affirmation. God, I feel the ache of being unseen, but I remember you saw me first. Before I was formed, you knew me. Before they doubted, you appointed me. I won't wait for applause. I won't beg for support. I'll walk in what you called me to, and I'll trust you to handle the rest. They don't see it? That's okay. You said it, and that's enough.